Hi guys, I hope you're all well. So starting the video a little bit differently today. I'm outside, really sunny but very chilly, and the reason I'm outside is because what I'm going to be using today is in the shed. Walk this way. And yeah, the reason I'm in my shed is obviously this is where I've now got my Falcon A1 laser engraver, and the reason being is, well, the weather's got a bit chilly now in the UK, not surprising, time of the year. So normally I would have this on my desk or a desk near my desk, and then I'd have this thing going out the window to take obviously all the fumes and obviously all the smell and all of that. Yeah, it's difficult having the window open these days because it is freezing. It's a lovely sunny day today, still really cold, so it's not really practical to have this indoors and use it. But the great thing with this is it doesn't matter if the environment it's in is cold, because obviously the laser engraver, well, it kind of heats up and just cuts through wood and all the rest. So yeah, this is the video I'm going to be using, make with this, and well, I'll show you what I'm going to make in just a second. I'm going to go back indoors, sit at my desk, continue editing this video because I say it's sunny and it's freezing out here, but this still works awesomely in the cold, which is just great. Right, let's go back indoors. So I'm back at my desk and in the warmth, and just say this video is sponsored by Creality, but as always guys, anything I say in my own words, I'm never told what to say or to sort of mention really. So as you can see though, the Creality Falcon sort of laser engravers, do a whole range of them, which is pretty cool because it will sort of suit any budget, as well as different sizes as well for these sort of things. I've been using mine now for over a year, that's for sure. There's certainly quite a few videos out there where I've made all kinds of things, from dioramas, little bookcases, and obviously storage units for all the miniatures as well. And today's video, yeah, I'm going to make some terrain. I've been making quite a lot of terrain recently, but this time obviously I'm going to make some out of 3mm MDF. So the first thing I need to do is, well, find some files. Although I am going to start working on doing my own designs and my own buildings. But for the moment, I'm going to kind of cheat. And I found this great one here, Shop Creative Vector over on Etsy. And as you can see, a whole variety of stuff here. Lots and lots of terrain, buildings, and that sort of stuff, which is just great because that's what I'm interested in. Obviously, playing the game Pillage. So, yeah, I wanted to try and do medieval looking sort of buildings, and found this old world house with a tower. Might not be exactly sort of a replication of what would be used in the time, but certainly not bad. As I say, I am going to be working on my own bits and pieces very soon. It's just a case of finding time to do it because, as I say, these machines are awesome, but the kind of things that I would build would be pretty basic. Whereas this thing, absolutely amazing. It comes in, well, there's 6 different sort of files for this, for the different parts of the building. So it's a case of dragging and dropping them. But obviously, I want to make sure that all the red lines are cut and the blue ones are engraved. So it's simply a case of clicking a button. And a great thing with this this software, it automatically adjusts the speed and the well, how much sort of energy the machine's going to be using, as in laser engraver. What percentage is what I'm trying to say. So this is one of the few sort of softwares or few machines that comes with its own software, which is really good. So you've got the Creality Falcon canvas, so real easy to use because obviously I can use it, which is just great. So back out to the shed, and yeah, going to stick in my my bit of MDF. So I always use 3mm MDF, mainly because most of the files that I find online are built for 3mm. So that's kind of why I go with this one. Obviously, I put everything on a little USB stick because I can't connect this to my laptop. Obviously, I could bring my laptop outside, but it's easy enough. Just saving the file on a USB, popping that in the side. And the good thing here is, all I've got to do is push the start button, and I can see exactly where this thing's going to engrave. Because this thing, it uses up the whole of the sheet. So I'm using A4 MDF. I'll leave a link to where I get mine, but you better get yours. So you push the button, and obviously it shows you the path it's going to follow, or the outer edge. And as I can see there, I just need to move my board a little bit. Because obviously when it does this framing, there's a little dot, you might be able to just about see it on the screen, as the laser engraver goes around, so you can see. So this is basically the outer edge. Everything inside of this edge will be cut. Everything outside, obviously, won't be. So it's almost there. Obviously, the good safety features as well with this machine. Whenever you open the front door or even the top door, it stops.
Not only does it stop, it does beep at you as well to let you know something's gone wrong. But obviously, in this case, it hasn't gone wrong. It is just me adjusting my sheet. So now I know it's in the right place. All I've got to do is push the button again, and away it pops. So very simple to use. Obviously, very simple to use when it's connected to a computer or laptop. But say you don't need to do that. You can just stick it on a USB, pop it in, and you can still say do the framing, which is great, just to make sure it's going to cut where you need it to cut. And then, yeah, click the button again, and away it goes. So this is in a fully encased unit as well, which is great. So you don't need to have the glasses on to be able to look in and see what's going on. So yeah, lots of safety features with this. It does have the old emergency stop button to the side. And as you saw then, yeah, when you open any of the glass fronts or the glass top, it automatically stops. And the same if this thing was to be nudged or lifted, it would automatically stop as well. So yeah, nice and health and safety. But say I've got mine out in the shed, which is really good. And say the weather is mighty cold. I almost had this going throughout the night. Obviously, with laser engravers, you don't want to leave them on their own. So I've got mine set up that I've got a little camera in there so I can see exactly what's going on just to make sure, well, to make sure it's working. I can see obviously from this when it finishes. And I say, yeah, health and safety with this, you don't really want to leave it running in a room and then walk off because obviously, well, it's cutting through wood. And as you can see, yeah, it's amazing. I love how neat and precise this thing is. So say this file that I got, it came in 6 separate parts because it's that detailed. So yeah, I do want to make my own buildings. It's going to take a while before I get anywhere near this sort of complexity. But now it's kind of like a jigsaw puzzle because there really are a lot of pieces cut out. But obviously, it's going to make for a great building to the end. So the great thing with this file, it does come with building instructions as well, which makes it really easy to follow. It's kind of like one of those Lego sets. You just literally get the pieces, go through part by part, glue them or just slot them in. And before you know it, the whole thing's done. So as you can see, yeah, there's a lot of bits here. But this is the fun. This is the joy of this hobby, obviously putting things together. So I'm using PVA glue, although there are a couple of times where I do use a bit of super glue just for speed. Obviously, the super glue, when it dries though, sometimes it can leave white areas. You have to be careful with that. Whereas the PVA glue, obviously it comes out white, but it does dry nice and clear. So even though it looks like it's a little bit messy here because, well, it is a little bit messy, this stuff dries and then you can't see it, which is good. But obviously PVA glue does take a lot longer to dry. So that's why every now and then I've cheated and used a little bit of super glue. So putting this together, yeah, I mean that's as much fun building this as then obviously using it afterwards. And I say the fact that it can cut out such intricate bits. Obviously, a lot of these slots and holes are to accommodate other bits. So that's why obviously I use 3mm MDF because this is set for 3mm. So all the bits I've got will slot into each other. Obviously, if you used MDF that was thicker or thinner, then yeah, somehow you'd have to adjust a lot of the slots. So say went together really easy. Obviously my fingers did get a little bit messy, but this is because I got some glue on them, and then obviously touching the edges of these bits that have been cut. Yeah, the glue kind of made it come off and stick to my fingers. So I have got kind of black fingers. Everything slots together really easy. So say I'll leave links down below to where you can get hold of this file, as well as checking out say Creality's range of laser engravers. But it's the Falcon A1 that I've been using quite a lot recently, and mainly because obviously it is nice and fully enclosed, so it has all those safety features and works really, really well indoors. But say now the fact that I can't put the hose out the window, well, I can, but it means having a window open and obviously me getting rather chilly, which is why, yeah, it's now in the little shed, but works perfectly out there. So all in all, I think it took about 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes to put this all together. As I say, it was very fun, easy to put together. And the great thing is, obviously, it comes in separate bits. So it's very playable. So we've got the tower and obviously the house. You can have them together or just have them separate. So this is kind of definitely a modular building. Obviously, that's a bit of the glue that seems to have come off there. As in, obviously, you can play it all in one piece or separately. And the good thing is with the house, obviously, it's got a roof on it. So you can have that on, but you can take the roof on and off just so you can play inside the building, which is pretty cool. And I know the where I got this file from, they do a lot more buildings, just as intricate and detailed as this. As I say, this does look awesome. and it's definitely going to give me some ideas of how I'm going to make some of my buildings. And if I do make buildings, and I hopefully will eventually, they will all be on my Patreon page if you want to sort of download them and get them from there. But I will do videos with them first, so you'll know exactly what I'm making or trying to make before going over there. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the Falcon A1 laser engraver and the rest of the laser engravers they do. Absolutely amazing there, great prices, and there are some flash sales, I believe, going on at the time of this video. And check out all the other links down below, guys. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave comments, all that fun stuff. You guys take care. See you in the next one. Bye for now.